Don't get caught up in constantly reminding the enemy who has the real power here and who has the real authority, and neglect to remind yourself of that very same truth. Otherwise, your belief cancels out. Because it's basically like, if you had a criminal, you'd want that criminal to be afraid in the presence of the police officer, right? Okay, cool. So let's say police officer is there, but the criminal can read you and see that you don't have that confidence in the police officer being there. Like, it's okay, the criminal can be scary, but if you don't show that you have more trust and more faith and confidence in the police officer themselves, why on earth would the criminal feel like he needs to be afraid himself? Like, don't get me wrong, the devil knows that God has the true power and authority, but he wants to demean God's power and authority when it comes to his children. He wants God's children to be more afraid of him than they are of God. And unfortunately, sometimes we end up doing that, okay? Like, that's just the truth here. And that's something actually convicted me myself, because I was like, you know what? Like, instead of me constantly focusing on like making sure the enemy knows that he should be afraid of God, I need to also know that like I'm afraid of God too, okay? Like, I need to remember like God's the one who has the true power. Otherwise, it's basically saying I'm more afraid of the devil than I am of God. That's what it basically means. It's basically, and it's so dumb because like it doesn't really make sense in you being like, yeah, Satan, you should be afraid of God, when myself, I don't really trust that God can protect me. I mean, think about it. If you were the criminal, really, you'd be like, I think I'm the one who's actually has the more power here. Because what do you mean the person is afraid when you, in the position of authority, is not more frightening to the citizen than it is of me? So just remember that next time. Because it also tells you in the word, we are not given the spirit of fear, but power, love, and sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. And also, just in case you don't believe what I'm saying, it's literally right here in the word, Philippians 2 verse 9 to 11. Therefore God exalted him to the highest place, talking about Jesus, and gave him the name that is above every name, that at the name of Jesus every knee should bow in heaven and on earth and under the earth, yes, those demons, and every tongue acknowledge that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. And then in regards to us, Romans 8 verse 14 to 15 reminds us, for those who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. The Spirit you received does not make you slaves so that you live in fear again. Rather, the Spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship, and by him we cry, Abba, Father. So next time you're praying that the devil knows who has authority, remind yourself too, who has authority.